Hi everybody, it's Chef Ellen. I'm back again for your second dish, and this one is called my Easy Peasy Pasta. First I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're going to use, most of which you already saw in our first video. This is our jovial brown rice pasta, and this, by the way, is a shortcut. It's a penny cut, and I recommend when you first start cooking brown rice pasta that you use the shorter versions. They're really much easier. We're going to use broccoli. You can buy these already cut up broccoli florets in your supermarket, or you can do it yourself. That's about 2 cups. This is 1.5 cups of sliced mushrooms. Also you can purchase these already done, which is great. These are sun-dried tomatoes. I found them in a couple of supermarkets already. They're julienne, which means they're cut up in nice little strips, makes them very easy to add to this dish and to add to any dish. And frozen peas, which we took out a little while ago and thawed and drained. And this is 1.5 cups of frozen peas. By the way, these are wonderful. It's wonderful to have prep dishes because they're already marked for you. Instead of having a measuring cup, you can just put them right in here. Then we are going to use some fresh garlic, which we used in the last one, and scallions, which we showed you in the last one. I'm just going to show you really quickly what you do with them after you get them home and you wash them. You're going to cut off the root end. So you'll just have your scallion like this. You put them all together on your chopping board. Just give it a little bit of a chop. You don't have to worry about the size. Just chop it all up because it's going to go in the stir fry anyway. Okay, we don't like the way that piece looks. Take my trusty little scoop, put these in the bowl, and that's about 1/2 cup. I used about 4 scallions total for that. So, okay, we have our water boiling for the pasta. I'm turning on my skillet, and at the same time, I'm going to set my timer for 9 minutes. Okay, so while the pasta is boiling, we're going to start our sauce. We need some extra virgin olive oil. I really like organic extra virgin olive oil if you can get it, but make sure it's extra virgin olive oil, very important. About 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons in a nice big skillet. We're going to let it get hot. It's just going to take a minute or two. I'm going to stir this pasta a little bit. Okay. Okay, so first we're going to put the broccoli in. There it goes, nice and simple. Now this broccoli, I threw in hot water or boiling water for just like 1 minute. To parboil it a little bit, get it a little bit softer so it cooks up, but it doesn't really matter. You could do it raw as long as your florets are nice and small. So we're going to get these started, and we're going to throw in our sun-dried tomatoes because these take the longest of all the veggies that are on my tray over here. The mushrooms are going to go in next, and the peas go in last. And you're going to see that I'm going to put the garlic in towards the end because garlic is really the healthiest when it's raw. So the closest to raw we can get it would be the best. And that way you're not going to burn it. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about overcooking it. So we'll throw it in just before we put the peas in, or about the same time. Okay. Throw the mushrooms in. I'm going to use a little bit of chicken broth in this dish, but once again, as with anything that we do, if you're a vegan or vegetarian and you don't eat meat, you can use a little vegetable broth, sorry, because that's vegan. This is just to give it a little base for the sauce, so maybe a third of a cup, a couple of turns of the pan. Turn that up and let it cook. Okay, well, our vegetables are getting tender, and I just want to let you know that along the way, if you need a little extra liquid, just pour it in as you see fit. You could always add a little extra oil. We're ready to throw our peas in. That looks like enough to me. That's about a cup and a half. You'll have the exact measurements on your recipe. And the scallions. Okay. And now we can put the garlic in. That was 3 or 4 cloves of garlic that I did. And you know what? That's up to you too. If you like things really garlicky, use more. If you're a little sensitive to it, use less. If you don't know, give it a shot and see how you like it. So this is basically our sauce. It's got everything in it. We're going to let it come back up to a simmer for 1 or 2 minutes. Give it a little shot of black pepper. We've got about 15 seconds on the pasta, so I'm going to give it a test. See if it's done. There it goes. Perfect. 9 minutes it is, folks. That's all that took. Now, just one last little trick. Before you get rid of the pasta water, take a nice ladle full, throw it in your sauce. That should be plenty. The starch in the water will help give you a little bit more substance in there. Okay, we're going to drain this. Oops. Okay. If you can't afford a sauna, this is a really good alternative. Let that drain, then we're going to throw it in, and it's done. Okay, our pasta's all drained, and we're just going to toss it in with everything else, and that's it. Let's just stir it up so we can see how it looks. There's just so many wonderful nutrients in here. The peas are actually a legume and not a vegetable. They are full of protein and fiber and all kinds of phytonutrients, as well as everything else that's in here. There are so many wonderful cancer-fighting veggies in this dish. Take a look at that. Okay.